Hey everyone, it's Victoria, and today I'd like to talk about fat shaming and what it means to people and how it's taken out of context, okay? Fat shaming is when you call somebody out and you tell them the obvious. I mean, I'm sure people that are 30 to 50 pounds overweight know they're fat, okay? Now, some may be in denial and some may not, but I think that everybody deep down knows what they are, especially according to society and what society thinks. And you hear this over and over again from people that were formerly heavy and now they're thin. So they'll tell you, I never wanted to leave the house. I know I didn't ever want to leave the house 10 pounds overweight. 5 pounds overweight would make me very nervous. Now, there are ways to just own yourself and be confident, and that's great in the place that you are now. But just know that there is a way out. There is a way that you can get lower than your weight, not significantly lower in a very quick amount of time, but it can be done. You can check your hormones, your thyroid, you can check what you're eating, and really be honest with yourself. And just own the fact that you are overweight if you are 30 to 50 and over that limit. And just own it and know that it's not to hurt you when somebody is actually stating the obvious. Celebrities are out there being fat shamed. That could be if they're like 3 pounds overweight, and that's just wrong in my opinion. But then again, they are out there in the public eye and they're going to have thicker skin to be able to deal with it, as there are going to be a lot of critics out there. So just be ready for it if you want to take the fame game and go in that route and go in that pathway. And if you're interested in that type of lifestyle, know that it's going to be something that you got to take with a handful of salt, not even just a grain. And know that fat shaming could lead to serious problems with people. Shaming someone in any way could lead to serious problems. Karen Carpenter is one example. She was famous. She wasn't actually famous yet. She had done one small little thing with her brother in a band, and she did one small show, and somebody in a local paper mentioned that she was the chubby one, and that was all it took. So it really doesn't take much for people to realize that they want to change. She ended up dying because she was anorexic, taking laxatives, and you know how it works. She just didn't want to eat. And people were telling her that she was too thin. She didn't see it that way in the mirror. She saw a different view of herself. Somebody said. She didn't even know the person saying it. And even if she did know the person saying it, she already took it in. That was her thing. She was obviously not stable enough, and it was too unstable to go to a quick fame in that short amount of time that she did. She had a very good talent. She's one of my favorite singers up to date. And she had a very placid voice, and I was actually shocked that she was able to sing and be anorexic at the same time, because I'm a singer and I know that if I have no energy, it's very hard to sing and give it your all. I wonder if she would have been a better singer had she not been anorexic. Your brain doesn't work right when you're anorexic. It just doesn't. I know because I fasted for 21 days on water, and I know people that were anorexic formerly. I guess it's still kind of always in you, but they also had no energy to even get out of bed. So it's amazing that she did what she did. I'm reading a book, I'm listening to a book now called Unbroken, and it's going to be a movie that Angelina Jolie just directed, and I'm very excited to see it. I've been obsessed with this man, Louis Zamperini. Look him up. I'll put the link. He absolutely just blew me away. I mean, these POWs, prisoners of war, he was an Olympic medalist runner, and he ran like a 4-minute mile, and nobody did it back in the 20s, I think. No, back in the 40s. And he just amazed me, because he was in a plane accident in the Air Force, and his plane went down, and he ended up drift at sea with 2 other people, and he ended up living for 48 days at sea, bashing down sharks. Don't know where he got his energy. Had to try to maneuver with a bird that came in and maybe make bait and try to get a fish, but there were sharks surrounding him. Just riveting book. True story. And then he gets captured by the Japanese, and he becomes a prisoner of war for about 2 years. And he's skeletal. He was skeletal walking off the raft. He couldn't even walk off the raft. He had to crawl off the raft. So It's amazing what the body can do. A lot of people didn't make it. He had a strong mind. Maybe that helped. I don't know. Some people just have better genes than others. So do what you can within your scope. If you don't aim to be really, really thin, then aim to be where you are for now. If you are okay with it, it'll take away the stress, and the stress will make you actually stay a little heavier, and maybe you want to stay heavy because there's something that it's protecting you from. I know that the toxins that you eat are trapped inside fat cells, so it doesn't go to the organs, but there must be a reason why you're not losing weight. So look into it, and don't worry about people fat shaming you. Just take it in and see and who are the people fat shaming? Are they trying to help you, or are they trying to just put you down so they could look better? You know, and what are their motives? Like, why would they want you to be thinner? I mean, is it more attractive for them? Are they jealous women? Are they jealous? They don't want you to be thinner than they are? That happens a lot. That can happen even with two sisters. Don't put it past your sister even. Yeah, I'm serious. It could be a family member that doesn't want you thin. Sometimes you could feel guilty. I was thinner than my cousin. I actually felt guilty about it because she was really having a hard time. So it could have been that I gained weight. You know, you never know. So look into it, and if you're okay with being where you are, as long as you're healthy and your blood tests are fine and your cholesterol is low, then you have nothing to worry about. That's where you are, and I'm sure there's somebody out there that's going to absolutely love you. I personally would rather be with somebody that's heavy and nice than skinny and not nice, you know? So that's up to you to decide where you want to be. If you want to try to be your best self, try to do whatever it takes to make yourself your best self. Take care of yourself and relax. Remember to learn to relax. Stress is going to halt your efforts, and stress is going to, it's just not going to be good for you in a lot of ways. It's going to keep you from sleeping well, and it's not going to, peace of mind is everything. And when you don't sleep well, you don't do anything well. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you have a cape on your back and you call yourself superhero. You are not going to do well if you're not sleeping. All hormones get messed up and everything else. You want to talk about balance? Sugar is too much. If you're eating a lot of sugar and high carb, you got to balance it out. You have to balance it out for your hormones to be okay. Okay, you might not get fat, but your hormones will be messed up. So try to do the balance. And what is fat? What is fat? I'm saying 30 to 50 and over, not 20 even. 20 pounds overweight is fine. What does overweight mean? Well, you got to try to recalculate and reevaluate what society thinks, and just be in your own world and decide and find out what your health is like. That's what I have to say for now. It went a little bit long. Thanks for listening. Take care.